Hey, welcome to the Pharmacy Residency Podcast, a member of the Pharmacy Podcast Network. I'm Tony Guerra, and I wanted to talk to you about the most important 3 hours at ASHP Midyear, and it's not going to be what you think. Yes, I get that the Residency Showcase is in 3-hour blocks on Monday, December 6th from 3 to 6, then Tuesday, December 7th, 10 to 1, and then again Tuesday, December 7th from 3 to 6 p.m., all Eastern Time. Okay, so make sure you got your alarm set for the right time zone. But what those are is the Residency Showcase, and it's going to be, for many, very disappointing. Not that it's not handled well. It's just you're kind of talking about speed dating, but it's anti-speed dating, where you are talking to someone to see if you like them or not and are going to cross them off your list, rather than trying to see, oh, well, this would be something new, or this would be someone I would want to talk to. So I don't think most people need a ton of advice when it comes to Showcase. They're going to have a list of the programs they want to see. They'll have their screens up and try to talk to those programs. What I want to talk to you about are the residency posters and those 3 hours. So the nice thing is that although Fellow's presentation of the posters is going to be during one of the showcase times, the resident presentation schedule is actually on Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday 10:30 to 11:30 a.m., Thursday December 9th 12:30 to 1:30, and 2 to 3 p.m. Those 3 hours, I believe, are the most important 3 hours that you can attend for so many reasons. Let's start with this one. In the showcase, you're talking to a ton of people. You don't know who you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to talk about. Maybe you have a question, they answer it, you say thanks, and then you email them later, thanks for answering my question. But what these residents really care about, and what they've been working on so hard and are still working on, is their posters. And genuine interest in their poster is going to be huge. So I'm not saying to flatter someone. I'm not saying to just try to make friends with somebody because they have a poster up. But what you want to start doing is start looking at the posters, and each of them is kind of in one of these hour-long blocks, and see what kind of posters the current residents are creating at the sites that you're thinking about going to. And what you want to do is start talking to them about those posters, not only to build that connection one-on-one, but you're going to start hearing a different level of conversation. It's amazing how much someone will grow from July of the residency start to now July, August, September, October, November. Now we are in the 6th month of residency, so they're about halfway. And what it's going to do is it's going to tell you a lot about, okay, did they get to choose their topic, or was this a topic that was chosen for them? Did they get support with the math, or did they have to do it all on their own? When we were at Iowa, we got tremendous support from the PhDs with the statistics, and you always want to talk to the PhDs and talk about the statistics before you do and submit your project, because they can tell you in an instant how hard it's going to be and how likely it is that you're actually going to get the data that you need for that poster. And it's just such a great opportunity to talk to the people that you're going to become, and you're going to see them halfway, which is kind of a really neat time, because they're just past that I feel like I don't belong here. They're starting to go towards, oh, maybe I do belong here. And they are expert in a particular situation or a particular disease state. Now, I know that people think, okay, well, the RPD is sitting at home by the fireplace with their hot chocolate, reading carefully through your letters of intent and recommendations and CVs, and that's just not how it goes. Those residents are reading them. They split them up, the residents read them, and if you were to actually include a genuine connection to the research they're doing, I assure you that would get some attention. The biggest thing you're going to have trouble with is standing out and being remembered. And you say, well, that can't be, but I mean, we got 200, 300, sometimes 500 applications for, maybe 4 spots or 6 spots or 10 spots. And what they're trying to do is what you're doing at Showcase when they get your stuff, is they're trying to remove those easy ones that, oh, okay, this is a generic letter. They're not really interested. They've just, created 18 of these or something like that. Or they've, just completely plagiarized the UCSF letter or whatever it is. And they're trying to kind of get down to those people that they should be really focusing their attention on. And one of the ways to do that is to make sure that you have really been attentive to the kind of research they're doing, because it's going to be one of the most important things in their residency lives, especially now as they're working through the research, halfway through it, coming through some problems, and you're going to just get some really great insight. The other thing you can do with these posters is start talking to experts. So you say that you want to go into PGY2 with critical care. What kind of research would someone do to become a critical care PGY2? Or maybe you want to go into peds. What are the things that residents are studying in a pediatrics rotation, or that's maybe at a pediatrics hospital in a PGY1? So I can't tell you how important these 3 hours are. I know that you are in your appies, and the preceptor's probably like, okay, well, you had your time to go to Showcase and we gave you that time off. I know some colleges allow you the week off. That makes it a little bit easier. But I would absolutely, if I were to pick 3 hours that were more important than any other, it would be these 3 hours where the residents are there presenting their posters. And when we talk about virtual, there are 2,216 residents. When you talk about the thousands and thousands of people that are going, they all have a very niche kind of idea of what they want to get out of ASHP Midyear. And I remember, I want to say this was APHA, not ASHP, where you actually got CE credit for talking to the poster presenters. And what it did was it had this great push of people that would go to their posters, when normally they would be standing in front of a poster talking to the person next to them and the person across the aisle for about an hour. Whereas by making it CE, it was really kind of cool. You got to talk to them, and it was really a lot of energy with it, and really a lot of fun. So my recommendation, the one thing that I would do this weekend as I'm trying to get ready for ASHP Midyear, is take a look at the posters that I want to, first of all, take a look at the posters that those residents at the sites you're going to apply to are working in. But also take a look at the posters within your track. So if you're saying, I want to be an ambulatory care pharmacist, all right, well, what kind of studies are ambulatory care pharmacy residents doing? And how are they doing it? Because when you get to that interview and you can start saying, well, I'm starting to get interested in blank, and the statistics I would use were blank. I saw your poster and then another poster at another site that had this. It shows a tremendous degree of maturity, a tremendous degree of interest. And the easiest way to be remembered is not to try to say all of the things about yourself, but take a genuine interest in something that is so important to them, and that is the resident poster. So again, I can't emphasize this enough. Wednesday and Thursday, that 10:30 to 11:30, 12:30 to 1:30, and 2 to 3. If I had 3 hours that I could go, and I'm saying I would go to this over the Showcase, I would go to these posters to really get some, and I hate to use a Bachelor in Paradise reference, but to get some one-on-one time with the residents and get to hear what they're really about. And if you're a little bit nervous, maybe you're a little bit introverted, go to residents that are not in the ones that you're applying to first, but still have something you are genuinely interested in. Talk to those guys first, kind of get warmed up, see how it works. But I genuinely think that if you want to make an impact and you want to have something really big to say when you're trying to connect to someone that you may not know, going to these posters is huge, and I hope you do. So, need my one-on-one help? Go to residency.teachable.com. Got questions about residency? TonyThePharmacist@gmail.com.